Hello and welcome to the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims. Today we have the Breakers up against the Monarchs, and I am joined by the one and only Boop God. I will deliver. Thanks for joining us. And
Hello.
hey, so what do we know about these two teams going in?
To be honest, I don't know much about them, but we're gonna find out tonight, right? Yeah. But
Ooh, lots of
Breakers,
surprises.
yeah, Breakers though are a specialist team, and Monarch are one of the. Monarch is like the second, I believe, in the division right now, according to last on Thursday. Yeah, on
Mhm.
Thursday. So they're in second place right now, and Breakers are in fourth, I believe. Okay, so we're about to see a number two team versus the fourth team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think both teams have some people missing. I believe Mick Bean filling in for Monarchs from Team Ayaya. Do I have to emphasize that more? Ayaya. Okay, and the Doctor 18 is out for the Breakers. Uh, and that sounds like it might have been one of their top players. So unfortunate. And it sounds like he might actually be out for a while. They said he'll be back after mid-season. So sorry to see, teams not quite at full strength. Also hearing there was a change in coaches. Looks like Breakers just got a new coach in Jag. They're also going to have Okemi filling in from Frost.
Yeah. One person that I'm really looking forward to look at from Monarch is Psycon 112. Uh, as a support player and a Lucio one trick Kappa, I can't wait to see some Reddit Lucio. That's for sure. Um,
Oh, sorry about that. Looks like they will not be having Okemi on the Breakers. Looks like there was another change. Not sure who they got on there instead. But yeah, I agree. Deliver. There's really no use for these Lucio one tricks. They should really expand their hero pool a bit.
that's debatable, but that's for another time. All
Hmm.
right. Right.
Okay. Looks like there might be a bit of a delay. One of the captains apparently disappeared. I hope they are all right. We are sending a search party right now to get on top of that. So yeah, and I'm really interested to see both of these teams. This is the Platinum division, correct?
Yep. Platinum division.
Okay. Yeah, so honestly, I kind of like seeing these, gold platinum level teams because just anything can happen. Anything goes. They'll play whatever heroes they feel like at any particular time. And if they're
Yeah.
good at it, they can just pop off because nobody knows how to handle Torb or nobody knows how to handle Sim, and it's just great. I love it.
Yeah, those are the fun kind of games that I like to watch. There's not much. There's no such thing as comps. Let's just play the game the way we want to, right?
Absolutely. I like seeing the game at its purest, the game at its most like competitive ladder, which is just anybody picks whatever the heck they feel like. And heading into Oasis, this is a real open map. Expect to see maybe some Widow, maybe some Dive. Do we know anything about the styles of these two teams?
As for as for Breakers, I believe they're a specialist team, so we'll see about, like, for example, Karma, who's mostly plays Diva. She's a Diva specialist,
Hmm,
so I'm expecting some high level Diva play, and as well for uh, Hip Hip Hore, who's a Moria specialist, and I can't wait to see that. I haven't se-
awesome.
I can't believe Moria's in the meta. That's for sure, though.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little while since we had Moira in the meta. Excited to see that come back. Totally glad they got rid of fading out a stun, but that's another story for another day. And looks like maybe a Rhine Zarya coming out of the Breakers, and more of a traditional dive coming out of Monarchs. Of course, they could always swap at the last second and troll us lowly casters, but it looks like both teams will be staying on it
Feels
as
like
they head. Sorry?
It feels like season 2, Death Ball versus Dive. Yeah.
All right, and looks like the Monarchs are going to get top control first. That is very important here on Oasis. We have PC Scrub coming in to challenge the Winston, immediately getting out of there. And they are diving in. Antied on Demon, and he's in a lot of trouble here. They can't keep him up. So now with the main tank down, let's see what they plan to do. Just getting booped around everywhere on the breakers, putting a lot of pressure on and getting picked off as the Lucio tries to contest the point. And I believe that this one is going to go to the Monarchs unless it can be some kind of miracle. They are getting reinforcements coming in. The fight has taken so long, but no, it looks like it does go to the Monarchs.
Yeah, that's the one thing about having a Ana versus Moria is that once you get someone purple, and you're especially running dive, they just die.
Oh, and speaking of the purples, a big one coming in there from McBean, really punishing breakers. Hip Hip Jorge will not be able to use his coalescence, but it looks like PC Scrub challenging on the point. The blade comes out from Sora as he starts to look in the back line. Another big anti-nade coming in from McBean. And I think that Monarch will be able to clean this up.
Wow, the Sora's going far. Soaring!
Yeah, we'll have to see what breakers can do to really try and punish this Genji as he is all over their backlines. It is hard to watch.
I think a big those anti-nades are really doing works for them, to be honest.
Oh, and Mosaic gets picked off very early in the fight. That's gonna hurt. Let's see if they're able to capitalize on this. They use the nano on Monkey. He's starting to pressure. Another big anti-nade comes in, and they punish the Lucio again. They are not doing anything to stop these anti-nades. Do you think it's time they swap to a Diva?
Yeah, like if you're having a problem with Ana who's just getting good grenades.
Oh, and a huge stick comes in from Mosaic, stopping the blade, or sorry, the Beyblade. No, they didn't use the nano. But yeah, so lots of pressure here, and breakers just cannot flip this point.
Oh, another big purple on Ryan. There goes their main support.
Yeah, Drowsy comes in with the beat, but it feels like maybe a little too late. They do get the pick on this icon, but here comes another blade in the back line, and they clean up. Looking very clean from Monarchs here as they are about to take the first point of Oasis.
Point. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly it's just really hard like to run Death Ball with an Ana there, with an Ana who's getting perfect nades on them, right? Especially if you do plan to have a Reinhardt, at least have your Zarya bubble them as soon as they get purple. Save your bubble for after someone gets purpled, right? So that way it helps them out survive a little bit longer. So,
yeah, and I thought that breakers had more of a Diva specialist. Is there any reason you can think of that they're not running that here?
Maybe she's expanding her pool. I don't know. Like.
All right. And unusual, we see. Okay, makes more sense.
There it is.
Yeah, the Harissa hug coming out from Monarch. Looks like breakers are still sticking with the Rhine Zarya and now working a Pharah into this, but no Mercy.
Yeah, if they're gonna run this Rhine Zarya, they have to be aggressive against this bunker. You do not want them to set up.
All right, so Mosaic gets taken down, but immediately res. They're able to pick off the Pharah, starting to push in now. Demon trying to clean up and make some room for his team, prevent the contest. Wow, already with the window, but they do let the point go. Let's see if they're able to clean up with this extra damage from the Baptiste field. Really just kind of letting him get away with it, hiding in that little corner. Demon with the... Oh, he gets pulled into the middle. Oh, it's almost more punishing than a kill, the amount of time it takes to get back. But it looks like breakers are going to clean up. I think Monarch's maybe just not aggressive enough there. As PC Scrub comes in and cleans up the fight, maybe not necessary, but he is getting those backline picks.
Yeah, right there. Monarch took took way too long to just get on point. If you're playing bunker, you have to get on point and just play the objective and not get beat.
Yeah, I feel like they really needed to stick a toe on the point there. Let's see if they learn their lesson. The Maywall not really punishing anything. She gets too far in the back. So now PC Scrub looking in the back lines, fighting with Mosaic as the tank line of breakers starts to look for some room. Here comes Brimos with the whole hog, sweeping him off the point. He's able to take down Demon, push everybody from breakers away, pulls the Zarya back just for good measure, and they are able to clean up and take control. 62% for breakers here as Monarch get the point.
Yeah, I don't know about that BAP ultimate, to be honest. It's just a little bit overkill if you ask me. They're already off the point, and they should have just waited a bit.
Yeah, they might want that one back as Brimos was already pushing him all over the place. Here comes the Zarya ult, but they can't really follow up because Sora with a good zoning dragon.
It's a really
And
good.
yeah, but they walk away from the Orisa. Mosaic,
Oh, they got it.
nice.
They got it, Lucio though.
Yeah, they're able to trade all over the place, but I think Monarch maybe just a little more composed. They're able to clean up the last remnants here, and they do maintain control, 40% here. They do have the Bongo coming up from Tunchi on Monarch, but PC Scrub, we'll see what he can do with his upcoming blade.
Okay, now we see the Karma coming up. Let's see how it goes.
All right, Damon walking in, trying to pressure that shield, getting pretty low. Maywall a little too far back to really punish. They do zone out with the Blizzard. Beamos just drops down the hole. And still just kind of waiting for the play to develop. McBean gets a big pick onto the main tank. And Sora really cleaning up and sending the dragon in. Maybe a little too late after the fight. Just showing, hey, I don't need this anyways. Sora cleaning up with the left clicks from Hanzo there. PC Scrub not even able to get a chance to use his blade. They are one fight left. Do you think they're going to be able to get that done against the Bongo?
Oh, that was a nice shield block by. That's a nice, or I don't know if that's a shield block, but definitely it was blocked by something.
That was a nice block from his teammate. Unfortunate there, Sassafras not working quite together with Demon. PC Scrub still looking for a chance.
They're gonna grab the point. They're gonna grab the point.
Oh, but they do zone him off. I'm not sure they're going to be able to hold, though, as Monarchs do still have a lot available. Now PC Scrub coming in with the blade, cleans up. And one fight left here for Monarch. They do still have the window and the Bongo. Lots of damage, nothing available from Breakers to contest this.
Maybe if they use an ultimate, it could have gone, but you know, again, it might have not. But I think saving it was for the better play. They have one more fight. They can fight this.
All right, there goes the Bongo. The wall just kind of putting the horse up top. The dragon not zoning too much out, but they are getting tons of frags. Oh, the damage from the Bongo. Here comes the Amp Matrix. And I think they're going to be able to take it unless there's a miracle here. PC Scrub trying to stall on the point. The Moira taken out in the meantime. And it looks like first map will go 2-0 to the Monarchs.
Yeah.
All right, so a little questionable holding onto the blade so long there from PC Scrub. An unfortunate use of the wall, but overall, I think Monarchs just looked a little more coordinated. I like their strategies a bit better with the Orisa. What do you think that Breakers can do heading into the next map to bring it back?
They need to not let this map get to them, and then as well as like having to switch off a lot, switch off quicker to switch off quicker to a better comp, or at least what counters their comp, right? Situational awareness needs to also be there, and they also need to group up. You know, as for Monarch, what Monarch can fix here a little bit is that if they're playing bunker, they need to play a little bit more aggressive and fight objective rather than trying to fight outside of the objective and waiting for picks.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see, again, just sticking a toe on point there from Mosaic. Overall, pretty good from Monarch. Breakers, let's see what they're able to do heading into map 2 Blizzard World. And it looks like we're double checking some of the settings. Yeah, I do think that Breakers, if they had managed the ultimates a little bit better, probably would have gone a lot better. I mean, 99 to 100 play. I would consider a major composition advantage there to Monarch, and Breakers still, they made University close when I really wasn't expecting that, given the heroes. So it looks like both teams are ready, and we will be heading into Blizzard World soon. Is there anything that you expect to see either teams change?
Um, I'm expecting Monarch to go more for a bunker comp here,
Mhm.
at least if they're playing when they're playing defense, and then for breakers, I'm hoping if they do just play the run, they add a diva with them and they just
Mm.
push forward together. To be bunker, you just gotta stop them from getting objective, and if they're already an objective, you just gotta push forward, stay safe, and then once you get past their first shield, it's winnable afterwards.
Yeah, I think a diva definitely would help breakers, especially if they have a diva specialist. It felt like they were a little disconnected between the DPS line and the tanks. You would see the DPS just kind of go behind the enemy team and stay there, playing their own duels. It'd be nice to see a little more teamwork out of them. And again, especially regarding the ultis, but we'll see what they're able to do here on Blizzard Roll. Looks like Monarch will be on defense first. Coming out with the bunker, they're going to be using Baptiste, and it looks like Ash Hanzo. Why do you think they're choosing the Ash over, say, a Widow here?
Ash adds more, at least from one thing I've noticed. I personally think that Ash is kind of underrated.
Mm,
Widow is great for one shots, but having an extra person on your team like Bob, and the fact that they're able to get old a lot faster,
mhm.
especially with teams who are out of position, it's a lot. It's a lot better to me and more helpful for the team than a Widowmaker is. But Widowmaker's picks are amazing. So
Yeah, the Ash are maybe a little more versatile. The Coach Gun also great for pushing away, very aggressive dives. But it looks like Breakers will be relying on a Widow, so it is going to be difficult for Ash in that 1v1. As I say that, a pick from downtown, McBean being taking down Hip Hip Jorge, and they will use that res already. As looks like Sassafras going for the hook shot, almost punished down to about 1 health as breakers are setting up in Duskwood.
then they're.
All right.
Oh wait, they
And
got a Torb. Wow.
yeah, the
Let's see how
offensive
this went.
orb here. Okay, so just kind of setting up for control of Duskwood as they move around on the left. Damon gets a little too far ahead, shield down, and pulled in by Brimos. A great hook. Sassafras looking for the Ash in the backlines, and Sora is able to clean up, and it looks like this push should just about be over. PC Scrub still trying to make something happen on the Torb, but yeah, that should do it as they head back to spawn.
Yes. Sora is popping off with these headshots.
Yeah, Sora with
It's
the
crazy.
dragon charged already. They also have the window coming out on just about everything here for Monarch, but Breakers, they have the support ults coming up, and Sassafras looks like he's swapping over to Junk for increased shield break. Do you think that's going to be able to get him through?
It should be. With the Torb on your team, it's not really going to be a lot of damage, or the damage that you want. And as I
And
say
as
that,
we say that, yeah, they move in a little split, I think. I saw some people there still in Vikings, and they're going to have to reset once again. They do draw out some ultimates and just use Coalescence, and it looks like we're seeing another swap as PC Scrub going back to the Genji.
yeah, Sora is really getting these ults super fast, and not only that, using them at the right times to zone the team out.
Damon
That's a
coming
nice
in with
hook.
the charge, hooked out by Brimos as he sweeps him down with the whole hog. PC Scrub looking in the back line, but not able to get anything done. Yeah, I would not advise charging directly into a hog. They can kind of just do that, you know?
Yeah, I do what breakers now have to do is they need to slow down. Uh,
Hmm.
they need to slow down. They need to realize that like, hey, we should wait till everyone's here. Use some multis. Get in position and get ready to use some multis.
Yeah, they may not have the chance to slow down though. Only a minute 4 left as they set up in Duskwood again. Here comes the dynamite. I believe it was eaten by the diva.
Use Eden.
Yep.
Yes.
So wow, plenty of ultimates available. They have basically everything but whole hog. Here comes the bomb and the
Oh, that was
shatter. Good coordination there. The lamp does save one. And looks like just trading ultimates all over, the fight happening in lots of different places. Sora still doing great here on the Hanzo, getting a pick. PC Scrub looking to get in the back lines. Let's just see if they're able to clean up this fight here on
Sorry,
Monarch.
just
They're
got
going
a
to
peek
have...
off of PC Scrub.
Yeah, great job there from Sora.
Actually, huge.
Yeah, respawns coming in from both sides. Only 20 seconds left. And the way that they're drawing this out, leaving the diva just a little bit longer, this is basically, they need to make it happen right now for breakers. Only 3 here outside the point, and they are in big trouble as Sora sends in the dragons, and it picks off the main tank, and that should be it. No progress here from breakers. Oh,
that was a good
Scrub
pull.
pulled
So
up
close.
as well. Ooh, you hate to see it. I feel like I really don't want to dunk on him too hard, but I feel like that was both planning and execution from breakers. I didn't see too much going right there.
Poor planning and poor execution. Yeah, they need to choose a route. I'm seeing many different things. I'm seeing their tank going in without letting their diva know, and diva's not matrixing them. They're constantly Sora's like putting a zone in front of their backline right
Mm.
now, causing some major damage in their backline. As for what they should run, um, I'm kind of hoping to see probably cheese like a bastion or something. That will help. Like cheese, it's not fun to play against, but it's whatever gets you the win, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think somebody threw down the comparison to Clockwork Vendetta for breakers before the game started. The thing people don't realize about Clockwork Vendetta is just because it looks like meme picks doesn't mean it's meme picks. I mean, there's still kind of a plan there. There's a lot of like zoning potential. It sort of works together, but breakers, I can't figure out what their plan is. I'd like to see some more synergy between the heroes, and yeah, I think if they have a chance on this map now, it's going to have to be some kind of cheese, but it looks like
Cheese.
a Zarya Orisa is the tank line, and then Hanzo Mei coming in for the DPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess trying to break down shields, but it looks like Monarch will be coming in with dive. So let's see if they're able to maybe make some defense with PC Scrub on this Mei as Monarch starts stage here in Duskwood.
Sora's already going in for the 1v1 and gets picked.
Oh, and Sora says hello to Mei, getting slowed down and picked off by Sassafras. And yeah, it looks like they're not able to have an answer to this Mei just yet. Let's see if there's any swaps coming up as Monarch are sent back to base.
Wow, it was really good. The Sassafras. I've actually coached Sassafras once before. He's not a bad player. He does well, right? But I think sometimes like if you have a DP, you have to combine your DPS together, and if both Sassafras and PC Scrub start working more together, like what they did right there, they'll win, or they'll be able to draw this map.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like the plan is just kind of having Mercy pocket the Hanzo, have the Mei kind of keep the dive off, and seems to be working here as Monarch come in with another dive. Oh, but this time Sora is able to get the better of Sassafras. Mercy's here, almost dead. Saikon going in with the aggressive Lucio. You love to see it as he gets the frag. The Blizzard comes in from PC Scrub, and everybody but Sora able to get off the point, but it just doesn't matter. The fight basically over. And there it is. Monarch able to take it pretty quick and go up 2-0 in our series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so seeing signs of life here from Breakers, but yeah, I think Monarch, you know, the play from Sora has been great on basically all of his heroes. Seeing a lot of good teamwork. The plans are good. Little things that can change here and there, but overall, Monarch are just looking like the better team.
Yeah, their dive is also very executed very
Mm-hmm.
well. Heyman goes in, knocks him up, and then everyone else just dives in right afterwards. It's really good. I also like the Lucio is able to speed boost everyone, so that way even if and Anna's able to like come out of nowhere and just be able to properly heal. Uh, if they're gonna breakers are gonna stop this, they need to think of something real quick, and and the way they're gonna have to fix it is to make sure that their comp actually synergizes very well. Yeah.
All right, and they will have some time to think about it as we go to halftime here. We should be back in 5 minutes. Just making sure. Are we talking through this? Sorry, I should have double checked. Hello.
Yeah, I have. Where have we? Hold on.
What? I don't know what he said. Did you hear him?
No.
All right, some technical issues. I am not sure if we're supposed to be talking.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to talk. Okay.
Okay, we're muted. Okay.
Oh my god, I haven't done this in so long.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, call
Hog one. Heals.
Come back.
Nope, well, Teddy's popping.
Yeah, I am.
All right, and welcome back to Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims. This is Juke. I'm joined by the Boop God. I will deliver as Monarch are up 2-0 on Breakers heading into Hanamura. We saw just about a little bit of everything from Breakers. We saw Torb, we saw all sorts of different combinations of heroes, but it's just not coming together. Do you think coming up on a 2CP map there's more potential for them coming in here?
Uh, Personally, I think 2CP is kind of the bane of the existence for everyone. So I can see a lot more different things like Torb can work, and same with
Mhm.
Symmetra can work. Those kind of comps can't work on these maps. These maps are 2CP to me is more about who can last, who won't fatigue you know, throughout
Mhm.
the match. Uh, but I still think that Monarch is playing what's meta, at least to them, right?
That's true.
And
Yeah.
what works well with them, and Breakers are playing what they feel more comfortable with, which there's nothing wrong, but sometimes you got to know when you need to switch off things, right? So yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you got to know when to fold them. And they're also running a sub on or a fill on main tank in Demon. I wasn't aware of that going in. Maybe somebody told me. I'm a very forgetful person. But yeah, running a main tank fill is pretty tough. You definitely saw a bit of a disconnect. I know you were telling me some of the abilities weren't really matching up with those two.
Y- Yeah, so Damien is just pressing W, or he's ready to charge, and Karma
Mhm.
looks like he's ready to go in, but and we have a DC. We'll pause real quick.
All right, as we wait for McBean Bean, who I believe is also filling in, but this for side of Monarchs. And honestly, I think the longer the better here for Breakers as they try to recover, figure out something they can do here heading into Hanamura. Honestly, I feel like 2CP is the game mode where you need to be the most coordinated, and they really have not looked coordinated.
No, they have not, but especially if you have a main tank who's kind of down, it's really hard to uh it, it's really hard to get set things up for the rest of your team.
Hmm. Yeah, and honestly, I feel like they might want to stay away from the Reinhardt. I feel like Reinhardt is a hero where you really need to be coordinated with your teams. Um, Winston, you can sort of, you have the ability to get in, get out as long as you're sort of playing the hero right. Orisa, it's kind of hard for anybody to deal with Orisa unless they deal with you in a very coordinated manner. So I'm surprised to see Breakers using the Reinhardt so much.
Yeah. I think the Reinhardt can work, like
Mhm.
no doubt. And the comp that they're playing is just straight objective. As
Mhm.
long as you get past the shield, you will be fine. Or
Mhm.
at least as long as everybody gets past the shield, and that includes your supports, right?
Mhm.
Moria can't heal through the shield, and if you're covered by the shield, I think you don't get Lucio healed either, or or whatnot, right? So
Mhm.
I think if they just all just press W, go big brain, just go big brain and go with your tank. Oh,
Well, it's funny you say go big brain and just press W. Honestly, I think just going small brain and picking whatever the meta heroes are, just kind of playing slow, playing together, not trying to make all these individual plays that we're seeing from the DPS on Breakers. That might help sort of reel things back in for them.
yeah, and that should, obviously for Monarch, it's working for them, right?
Mhm.
So they're playing it slow. They're not being too risky of their play. But for breakers, if they're not, if they're not going, if they're not wanting to go the meta, this is the only other way, right? Just go big brain.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the patience from Monarch. I really haven't seen anybody, just kind of wandering out of position. They're all just basically playing behind shield and letting breakers make the mistakes, and breakers have been obliging, unfortunately. So we'll see if they're able to get a little bit more done here, as it looks like they will be running the Doomfist, trying to make something here on the offense. So staging here, trying to break the shield. Just kind of waiting. And
They're
here
going
comes the
straight to
move.
point.
Yep. Moving straight into point. And Sora really punishing the backlines there as he's able to freeze the Ana in place. PC Scrub able to take down Orisa, though. And this is just turning into a brawl as they regroup. Still could go either way. Brimos on the point, and I think that's going to do it. Yep, just keeping it simple, moving on to the point. Breakers are able to get the first one in a blazing fast time. 3:10 or so left on the clock, heading into second.
Yeah. See what I mean? Like if they don't want to play meta, just go big brain, just press W, all of y'all, right? So I think what else could come from this next one is that, especially since they're going up against Dive next, right? They have to make sure that their Ana is like in an okay spot, or that Sassafras can protect the Ana while they go in.
Yeah, and speaking of the dive, they also had to make a lot of swaps here on Monarch for this composition change. As kills are being traded up top, and that does favor Monarch, as it looks like it's 4-4 right now, and Breakers just kind of looking to regroup. Sassafras running away in main, but picked out by Sora. And Monarch able to make it happen without any ultimates, but Breakers coming up on looks like Dragon, Shatter, and Barrier, as well as possible Bomb and Doomfist. Let's see what they're able to make out of this as they start to head top right once again. Do you think this is going to be surmountable given the ult economy on both teams?
Well, I think it will, because one, there's really no follow-up with. I mean, you have Shatter and Bomb, but they're also running dives, so it's gonna be hard to get like a really good Shatter, right? With also with Hanzo ulti, I guess it could be used for.
Yeah, and a big anti-nade sort of forces Breakers to split apart. Here comes the bomb, and yeah, they're just kind of all over the place here, which is not too bad for Fist, but he's not able to get any picks just yet. Here comes the Dragons, just kind of in the back, but it is able to get it done from Sora as the rest of his team kind of pushes them into it. So good teamwork there, and Monarch is able to hold.
Yeah. So like I said before, like there's not any real good combos against the enemy, against the Monarch's team comp. You can have these comps, but you have to be able to land them or use them in a way where it's easy to land them, right? If they were playing a Ryan versus Ryan, then and you win the Ryan fight, yeah, it works out perfectly, right? But they're running dives, so it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, and it looks like a PC Scrub swapping over to that McCree to try and stop the dive. Oh, and Sora takes out Sassafras. This one should just kind of be stalled as they wait by the Mega. 3:30 left on the clock. Lots of ultimates coming up for Breakers, but they've had them quite a while. They're just not finding a good time to use it.
And Sora is killing it today with these kills. These picks are really good.
Yeah, Sora doing a great job. Karma able to get back in the mech. It looks like they have all 6, so Breakers will be heading in top right once again. Monarch just kind of coming at him from all angles as the Dragon comes in. Everybody on Breakers is low. The Barrier comes out from Drowsy. Toon Chi is low, but he also has his Primal available. And looks like they're just kind of getting stuffed in the corner. And Breakers really need to make something happen. The respawns will be coming in any second now. They need to start making some plays. Mosaic gets slammed. And now with a bit of an advantage here, Breakers, can they get it done? Still not seeing the kills come in fast enough as Brimos takes down Drowsy. Hip Hip Jorge taken down as well. No supports left for Breakers, and this should be down to cleanup here for Monarch.
I like this Lucio. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, Psychon has been good all night. He's been there, in the middle of the dive. What does that mean for a team when you have your Lucio in there with you? How much does that help?
So with a lot of people that don't understand, people who don't play Lucio and people who do play Lucio, you can tell when a Lucio does well when he creates a lot of pressure on their backline. One big thing that I do is that even if like my team isn't that even if my team isn't doing well right now, right?
Oh,
If
yikes.
I can create some space for them. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like Sora able to get an entry frag there on Sassafras, winning the sniper duel again, even though Sassafras has the Widow. So some trouble coming in here for Breakers, again, dealing with Sora.
yeah. But
All right, and it looks like they're just kind of staging top left again. Most of the ultimates have gone away. They do have Deadeye available. Oh, I thought Mosaic was able to get that stick. Not quite. And Breaker's still just kind of waiting around. 1:14 left on the clock. Oh, finally somebody's able to take down Sora. He gets a little too aggressive there, looking in the window. And looks like Breakers will be pushing in through the stairs. Here comes the Deadeye in main. Not able to get anything done, just kind of zoning him back. Here comes the Dragons from spawn, splitting up Breakers. Let's see what Monkey's able to do on the point. He's able to get hip hip for hey. Damon low, trying to find something to shatter. And the mine's breaking up the fight. Looks like that one's going to be another failed push here coming in from Breakers.
yeah, the synergy between the two DPS are not that good. You're seeing the one person who should be a little bit farther back is pressing W, and the one who should be pressing W is all the way in the back, which isn't a really good sign for synergy for DPS.
Yeah, it feels like Breakers. Honestly, I'm not seeing, like a lot of outskill plays, but they're just not making space for each other. So it looks a lot worse than it is. As Damon leads his team there. Oh, Sora able to get another pick onto PC Scrub as they're a bit split. The shield not able to protect. Now Damon getting knocked down all the way to the point as his team is getting picked off on platform. Sora shoots out another dragon. Damon gets booped into the pit. Shatters nothing, and that should do it. Monarch able to hold second.
Yep.
All right, and yeah, it's hard to find any one thing that can really fix it for Breakers. It's just, again, it looks like a lack of teamwork, a lack of coordination. Monarch are just looking like a much more prepared, coordinated team.
Yeah, they do. Monarch is doing everything like as if they've been playing forever. Like they're not skipping a beat on everything that they do. Lucio's getting in there in their back line, Sora's getting pick after pick. The two tanks are diving in together. It's just perfect synergy all around.
Yeah, we're talking a lot about Sora, but I feel like the whole team is just making so much room for him. Tunchi and Brimos on the tank line, they've been doing a great job really getting in there and disrupting everything that the Breakers try to do.
Yeah.
All right, and heading into the attack for Monarch, Breakers will be running Defensive Doom and Junkrat. And again, I feel like there's just no synergy here between these DPS picks.
Yeah, there really isn't. What is Junkrat and Doomfist gonna do together, right?
Yeah.
I can understand why you would need the Junkrat, especially if you're just playing the bunker. If they dive on you, then you can kill them with a Junkrat on your team, right?
Yeah, as well as this tank line, Zarya or Rissa, it can be hard to get charged. I'm not really sure what the bubbles are for. They're kind of vulnerable if they go Pharah. So, yeah, lots of questionable picks here on the defense. Let's see if Monarch is able to make it work. Sycon moving around the back. And here comes the dive. PC Scrub gets into the back line and he's able to take down Mosaic, but the dive is just all over them here. For Breakers, everybody getting low. Sassafras taken out by Sycon, another great pick. And good anti there by McBeanbean, and he's able to take down PC Scrub. Sycon with more frags. And yeah, especially with the respawn advantage, this one should be over. Monarch able to clean up.
Yeah, just one more here to go. Yeah, their dive is just cornered in so well.
Yeah, they are really doing a great job. I'd like to see a little more target focus. That's the only thing I can criticize on Monarch, but they're just making so much chaos that Breakers don't seem to be able to respond as Sora gets another frag, and that takes him into Blade territory. Nano Blade available for Monarch. Let's see what Breakers are able to do. Looks like they swap over, I believe it was the Junkrat, now on Ash. Maybe just looking to push him away with the coach gun. Yep, there it goes. As Sora controls the high ground here, and Monarch getting pushed around. Here comes the Blade into the back line, able to take down 2. Demon getting picked off, and that should do it. Just PC Scrub left here. Taken down. And the Ash, all that remains, mining off the entrance. And that is going to be a clean 3-0 from Monarch, looking very impressive.
Yeah.
All right, and sorry again, I am filling in here, so just making sure, do they play all 4 maps, or does it just go, okay, so they play all 4. So Breakers will get another chance here on map 4. Looks like that's going to be Rialto.
Yeah.
So do we think maybe we'll see the goats or something like it? I feel like that's pretty good on Rialto, kind of similar to King's Row. It's got the same kind of feel to it, maybe a little bit more open, but is that a possibility for them coming in?
It is, but most teams, our 2-2-2 lock-in for this league isn't like locked in until it comes out for comp, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a chance that we can see goats, but most teams have silently agreed to not run goats anymore because it's not fun and it's boring to watch.
Hold on.
But
I feel like goats can be fun. Playing goats every map, not fun.
yeah, no, I can agree with you. Like, I'd rather play goats in like King's Row or something, but I'd rather not play it on like Gibraltar. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, but most most teams have agreed to not run or not. I say that most teams agreed to that, but that's not true. Just most teams have kind of already decided to prepare for 2-2-2. So if we see goats out of nowhere, it's gonna be it'll probably be a game changer, at least for this map, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we'll see if Breakers will be the Truce Breakers and run goats, or if we'll see, more of the same. It's, I have to say, it's just a platinum league. I'm sure these guys are just, here to have a good time, learn a few things, but I'd like to see a little more out of Breakers. Maybe it's hard to question, the mentality of why they're running picks like this. It might be what they're best at. They might just, be doing their best, but I'd really just like to see something else.
I'd like to see some cheese. That's for sure. I do love me some cheese.
Ooh, do you think maybe the offensive Bastion?
I mean, offensive Bastion is broken if you ask me. A lot of teams, you weren't here for this, but like last season, the winners of the Diamond teams went all Bastion throughout all maps, and the other team could not win against it. So yeah.
El Presidente is legit. So let's see. They're going to be coming out with a Rhine Diva running the Farah with no mercy. As a PC Scrub comes into the back line here. Tunchi with a huge pull onto Drowsy. Sora getting a pick, and looks like this one is all over but the crying for Breakers as they remain on point. I'd like to see them retreat too. I'm not sure why they're still in this fight. Oh, almost able to pick up Psychon the boop, but he just stayed on him like a missile. Not quite enough as Karma gets demacked. And yeah, just feeding away ult charge at this point. The anti comes in from Hip Hip Jorge, but just don't imagine much going on. Yep, another boop here.
There it is. There's my Reddit Lucio. That's my Reddit Lucio, guys.
All right. So let me ask you something. I feel like people just say Reddit Lucio or call somebody a Reddit Lucio because they go into the back line. But I feel like that's a thing good Lucios do if they can get away with it.
Yeah. So the way that Reddit Lucio works is that they have to create some sort of big pressure on the backline where they stop. Oh, and we get some good ultis going on right here, right now.
Yeah, not able to get past this Brimos Tunchi line. Still holding it down here for Monarch. Oh, looks like Mosaic just kind of laid down as PC Scribe threw the shurikens into him. And making a little bit of room here, challenging Widow. But yeah, he just needs to be more patient. Just wait for your team.
Yeah, I feel like right now what needs to be, what's going on in Breaker's head is that they need to just come up with something other than just Ryan and Diva, or Ryan or Zarya, or Ryan and this.
Sycon piles on the pain with another boop onto Drowsy. The Diva Bomb into the back line. It does force the response barrier. As Demon comes in, he's able to get his pin, maybe first of the night. Oh, but punished quickly there by Brimos. Here comes the Nano Blade from PC Scrub into the back line. A good use of the Coach Gun to push them away. And, you know, it cost a lot of ultimates, but they are able to make it happen. Looks like they're going to be able to get it around the first bend here from Breakers. But as I say that, Sycon doing a great job with the delay here on the point. They shoot the Bob, and they're able to clean up.
Yeah, they're waiting on. I don't know if Bob was okay used there. I think you maybe wait for the rest of your team. I think it was a good hold, and I say that, and they're getting ready to push back in, and everyone's already here.
Yeah, and as I say that, looks like Breakers only have 4 on point, but they're still almost able to clean up Monarch. Everybody getting very low there. Brimos with the hook, moving into the point, stalling, able to take down Demon. And yeah, I hate to say it, just looks like more of the same. Breakers not working together.
Yeah. I think they're gonna probably full hold them here for this first point.
It's looking like it. One more push from Breakers. This is where we need somebody to step up and be a leader and pull them together. As Sycon looks like he's coming in for another boop. Oh, not quite. Sora getting the pick off though on Drowsy after he thought he had escaped. Here comes the push. Demon able to get 2. Here comes the bomb over the top.
Oh, big play!
Huge from Karma, keeping Breakers alive. Let's go, Breakers. I want to see you cap this. As looks like they're just fighting against respawns here. Karma moving ahead, seeing who he can stall. And is anybody going to be able to get there in time? Oh, they shoot the bomb, but not far enough.
Oh, they're able to make it back.
Oh, did somebody boot Bob into the point? I'm not sure how he was able to make it that last few yards. Here comes the barrier, the bongo, and oh no, it's a disaster for Breakers as they're cleaned up by another Brimos whole hog.
Yeah.
They were so close to
They were
finally...
so close.
I mean, good teamwork there from Demon and Karma. The huge bomb over the top, but just not able to push him over the top, not able to cap the first map, and Monarch with a short road here to victory on Rialto.
Yep, it was a really good play, but they were able to come back, and they all had ultis too. The Bob was a really good way of stopping them and create some space for the rest of the team.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure what happened to the Bob. It looked at me like he was shot short and something either booped him or pulled him into the point. Not quite sure. But yeah, they were able to stall out just long enough. And Monarch, let's not pile it onto Breakers here. I really do feel like Monarch are playing, very well as a team. They're looking coordinated. I'm not seeing, a lot of the typical things that you would knock down a platinum level team for. I'm not seeing too many wasted ultimates. I'm not seeing too many, overlapping ultimates. They're retreating from fights when they should. I have to say, I am impressed with Monarch for this level of play.
Yeah, that's and I believe they're all self-taught too. Like I think that's what impresses me the most, because most teams are self-taught. They tend to have like a lot of big issues, but right now they're they're playing like as if they've they've been playing as if they're being GM players, at least to me, or at least synergy wise, like they're
Yeah,
combining everything together.
that's the thing. Good teamwork makes you look like your GM. It just does. If your team's working together, everybody looks so much better here as Monarch are able to get it around the first corner uncontested. Looks like we're going to see bunker versus bunker
Oh, and
here,
a
but
big
dive DPS.
hook.
Oh, a big ult hook. Great teamwork there from Brimos and Mosaic as they round the corner here. Now with no shield, they're in a lot of trouble as they're getting pushed into the corner. I feel like they should just be regrouping here as Drowsy gets taken down. Hip Hop for Hay slept with a great shot there from McBean Bean. And yeah, now they're going to be incredibly staggered. I'm not sure Breakers are going to be able to contest a 6.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to contest too. Like, oh, and Sora just falls into the
That'll certainly
water.
help as now with Sora donating one, Psycon going over.
And
Oh,
no,
nope, not going to be enough. And Monarch with a clean 4-0 victory, looking very good tonight.
yeah, yeah, that was a pretty good match for Monarch and Breakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Here's a fat bomb.
here is the consolation play of the game from Karma, the big bomb over the top with the shatter from Demon. I have to sympathize with Demon. It's very hard coming in as a sub main tank. You don't really know what your team wants. You don't know how they normally play. I don't feel like it was any one person's fault, and I don't feel like the Breakers are irredeemable. There's definitely some glimmers of hope there. They just got to pull together as a team. I wasn't seeing the teamwork they needed.
Yeah, that's it. Just right now, I think if you have two people who are off your main roster, it's gonna hurt, right?
Mhm.
So there's that. But also with even if you are like feeling, I think you should be able to sub be able to play other heroes, and
Mhm.
try to work things out, Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so very very impressive from Monarch. It's hard to pick any one player. I felt like it was a team effort. There was lots of big plays from McBean Bean on the
yeah,
Ana. There was lots of boops coming in from Psycon. The tanks were making space all night. But I feel
yeah,
like I have to give it to Sora. Everybody likes to watch those DPS, and he was clicking some heads tonight.
yeah. So Chad, what do you guys think about uh who are player of the matches? He's top 500 on Lucio Ball. Bean is Bean is smurfing. All right, now we know.
Okay.
Now we
Okay.
know.
All right.
Yeah.
Get that Lucio Ball master out of here. It's just not fair.
Uh, yeah, I think for me personally, I think if there was one person I had to choose for player of the game, it would probably be Sora. Just
Mhm.
like obviously he had all the room from the rest of his team, right? But
Mhm.
with all that room, you got to be able to do something with it, right? So with his Hanzo getting picks, he's getting ults really fast. He's able to use his ults at the right time to zone the enemy team out, split them up. I think that's really good. Even with prioritizing as a Genji player, he immediately went for Mercy and Zen rather than like going straight for what's in front of him. It's really good teamwork, real good synergy with everyone else, right? And real good skill too. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing a lot of resident sleepers in chat. But as far as actual votes go, looks like chat is giving it to the support line from Monarch, and I'm not against it. Psycon and McBean Bean, who was subbing in, they both did a great job. Um, so yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys. Again, this is Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims. Check them out on Facebook, O.C.C. Scrims on YouTube, and you're already there, O.C.C. Scrims on Twitch. Is there
Yeah.
anything else that you want to say to our fans?
Yeah, join our Discord. It should be on there too. Our And if you want to join the league or meet some of the amazing players that we have, or if you have any questions for like coaching, or you want to get coached too, or you want to be a coach,
Mhm.
you fill out the applications below, and there it is. Yeah, you can join
Awesome.
us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in checking me out on the socials, it's at friend juke. That's FREND. There is no I. FREND juke. And also twitch.tv/friend juke. FREND juke. So yeah, I had a blast. Thanks so much for having me, and everybody have a nice night.
Yep.